Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Good evening, good afternoon. And to my super chat, thank you so very much. President, I'm going to say this again. Well, I'm going to say this for the first time. I haven't said it yet. President Trump ordered an investigation into the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity to a hostile foreign power. Oh my goodness. I always have a hard time fitting in Johnny Ramone. Okay. Let me see if I just change this. Okay. This is better. Much better. Much better. Okay. To a hostile foreign power. Facebook ads? Twitter? Uranium. Facebook ads and Twitter? Uranium. Which is a bigger issue? If you listen to Democrats, it's President Trump worked with Putin to hack the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated. With the Facebook ads and the Twitter bots, she would have won Michigan and Pennsylvania and Ohio and Wisconsin and Florida. This is absurd nonsense. This is absolutely absurd nonsense. Thank you, Sally. Hello, Luke St. Martin. Okay, everyone also, I do not, Luke St. Martin, thank you. Eric H526, I don't pick the ads, you know? Like, you won't see, you won't see me like, gosh, where's that Onward Together to put for my channel? That ad, that wonderful ad for Clinton 2020, which is going to happen. We have an investigation into a strategic commodity used for the most powerful weapon mankind has ever known. Oh, I'm sorry. Humankind. And that sale took place under President Obama's administration. Money went into the wonderful philanthropic organization, the absolutely wonderful philanthropic organization of the Clintons. That was just a coinky-dink. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have from the Daily Beast. Now, what the Daily Beast does is very interesting. They try to inoculate the merits of the investigation by saying, can you believe he ordered? He ordered a probe of his political rival. Meanwhile, they spent 3 years from 2015 to 2019. A GCHQ said something about Trump. Somebody said something about Trump. A dossier said that Trump enjoys bodily fluids raining down upon him. This is really bad. But there's a lot of suspicion here. What about the evidence? Oh, no evidence, but you know what? We have CrowdStrike, who told us that CrowdStrike was actually a third-party tech firm, and they told us that the DNC was hacked. Well, why would you trust a tech firm that was hired by the Democrats? Well, they're very reputable. So we have no hard evidence of anything. After 2 years of the Mueller probe, a special counsel, no evidence of anything. Absolutely no evidence of anything. Now the Daily Beast, it exists. DOJ finds letter ordering scrutiny of Uranium 1. Scrutiny? No. Scrutiny? Oh my God. You can't have scrutiny. It's only what? It's only, ladies and gentlemen, 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. But then Attorney General Jeff Sessions wrote the letter on November 22nd, 2017. For U.S. Attorney John Huber, read it here. Now, John Huber did nothing. Just the reality is this, ladies and gentlemen, not to be controversial, but John Huber did absolutely positively nothing. And all this nonsense about, oh, well, you don't know what he did. Yeah, we know what he did because nothing happened. Well, he laid the groundwork for how about just you dropped the pass? How about you drop the pass? It's 3rd and goal. Okay. Or look, it's 1st and goal. You drop the pass. It's a 6-yard pass. You dropped it in the end zone. How about go for a different play? Why does it have to be this? Everything is not always rosy and wonderful. Not everything has to have a silver lining. Well, don't you know this was actually part of a grander strategy? You see, Huber did nothing in order to lay the groundwork for William Barr to do something. Don't you see, H.A.? Open your mind to everything going on from a message board that is an obvious, used to foment hoaxes. If you were in your 40s and late 30s when the internet was gaining steam, if you said America Online in your late 30s or Earthlink was the best invention ever, and you were 38 and 42 or 45, do not believe anything you hear on message boards. Okay? Do not do it. Okay, I'm telling you. If you were 45 years old meeting people on AOL, don't believe that Huber is on your side, because he ain't. This was an example of you dropped the pass. Now, I'm not saying that anyone dropped, you didn't drop the pass, I didn't, but it was in your hands. Oopsie. Didn't work out. So you got to try again with a different mentality. Okay? When you're at boxing and you're getting beaten up and you're in the corner and the guy's going to town, unless you're Muhammad Ali and you're doing a rope-a-dope, it's not good. So that is number one. Huber did absolutely nothing. Sessions, what Trump wanted was a special counsel. The Daily Beast article says he didn't bite. Now, just because you have the American Oversight is a liberal watchdog that says that thinks that any scrutiny at all means that the DOJ caved to Trump's authoritarian demands. These people are the greatest authoritarian. They want to remove not only freedom of speech, but the Second Amendment. They are the groupthink. They want to ensure you only think a certain way. And and they framed Trump through a bureaucratic process that they hide behind the sanctity of. It's all done by the book. Everyone knows it was a transparent attempt at going after their political rival in Trump. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. If you watch this channel, if I repeat myself, if I get repetitive, if I even get annoying, you know it if you watch this channel. It was an overt, transparent, obvious, blatant attempt at framing and setting up Trump. He did nothing wrong. If you don't like his personality, doesn't mean you can set him up. Now, any type of scrutiny at all, liberal pundits and watchers, oh my God, he's going after his political rival. Hillary Clinton, great profile, by the way. And so, the American Oversight knew Jeff Sessions caved to Trump's authoritarian demands. We obtained the signed directive from Sessions to a federal prosecutor ordering a wide-ranging investigation of Hillary Clinton. What happened? This is in 2017. They did bupkis. You know what bupkis means? It's Yiddish for nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing. Meanwhile, Jim Jordan, Mark Meadows, DeSantis, all of them, Devin Nunes, Louis Gohmert, he was trying to Gohmerize people left and right. It didn't work. It worked. We have even more evidence of criminal wrongdoing. It worked to an extent. We have more evidence. I mean, you're talking about people on the left who will say, well, where's the evidence? Well, Peter Strzok said he was going to stop Trump. No, honey, I will stop Trump. Happy face emoji, love you emoji. That doesn't mean that he wasn't above board. Really? Of course it does. Of course it does. Be honest. Be honest. Just be honest. Democrats are not. The left is not when it comes to, what's going on. Be honest. He's ordering scrutiny. He is now the worst tyrant since Julius Caesar. We did not have a peaceful transition of power with President Trump. They were investigating him even before he won, and they were investigating him after he won. There was absolutely nothing there. Money goes into the Clinton Foundation, 12 different major scandals, major overt pay-to-play schemes. And what happens? James Comey says, gosh, there's evidence of legal statutes, but she didn't mean to do it. Meanwhile, Trump has a dossier written about him, and it's like, what? These bodily fluids rained upon him? We have to investigate. Somebody said something bad about Trump. He didn't sell uranium. He didn't go through all these different bureaucratic processes. And, it's obvious, overt pay-to-play schemes, overt. Jeff Sessions caved to Trump's authoritarian demands. Meanwhile, just to let you know, half of the left is like, yes. You have everyone who's conservative, everyone who's a Trump supporter, 90% of independents, and about 50% of people on the left are like, please investigate her. Dear Mr. Huber, in consultation with the Deputy Attorney General, I have requested that you review, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You don't have to. I'm just writing this so you don't do anything. Let's start again. Dear Mr. Huber, in consultation with the Deputy Attorney General, I have requested that you review the matters referenced in the enclosed November 13th, 2017 letter from Assistant Attorney General Stephen Boyd to House Judiciary Committee Chairman Robert Goodlatte, and make recommendations to me or the Deputy Attorney General as appropriate. Don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do. Just take your time. Make it seem like you're doing something. And so Elemento B says, you trust you. Yeah, that's hilarious. I got a computer virus from going on that website. Your review need not include matters that you determine are within the scope of... What the heck? Your review need not include matters that you determine are within the scope of the investigation being conducted by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. It's like they can't even stop with Trump, even if they're like, investigate Clinton. But you know what? Trump. What? Your review need not include matters that you determine are within the scope. What the? Within the scope? What does that even mean? Of Special Counsel Mueller, your recommendation should include whether any matters not currently under investigation warrants the opening of an investigation. So it's up to you, Huber. If you don't tell me anything, I can't do nothing. Whether any matters currently under investigation require further resources or further investigation, and whether any matters would merit the appointment of a special counsel. Well, if I didn't hear back, ain't going to be no special counsel. then you get like you know, you get we don't need a special counsel. We have Huber. It's like, no, he was appointed to say there needs to be a special counsel. That was the whole point. That was the whole entire point. Hello? We don't need Huber. We don't need Huber because why? Because he's just like a special counsel. Special counsel Mueller. I love that when they're so proud of themselves. Like special counsel Mueller. Oh wow, he found nothing for 2 years. Your recommendation should include whether any matters not currently under investigation warrants the opening of an investigation. Excuse me? You mean Huber didn't find anything that warrants the opening of an investigation? Excuse me? Whether any matters currently under investigation require further resources currently under investigation. So there's already investigations that predate Trump. Thanks for everything. And whether any matters would merit the appointment of a special counsel. And whether any matters would merit the appointment of a special counsel. Again, tell your favorite LMNOP people this. And whether any matters would merit the appointment of a special counsel. All right, so oh no. You get the underneath you get the cute people who are like with their poetry. Oh my god. Ay. It never ends. George Rivera Jr. Hillary has to run. It will be only possible. Yes, it's true. It will be only possible dodge of any indictment, as she will claim it was political persecution. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with you. George Rivera Jr., I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I mean, look, the Democratic Party doesn't really exist as a political party. It's an extension of Bill and Hillary Clinton. That's it. They pretty much control everything. It's an extension of what they want as they pretty much control the Democratic Party. We know that from Donna Brazile, who wrote that Donna Brazile wrote that there was a secret agreement. Really quickly, George Rivera Jr., you're 100% right. Donna Brazile, Politico. This pretty much explains why Clinton's going to run again, in addition to what you said, George Rivera Jr. All right. Inside Hillary Clinton's secret cover of the DNC. Well, this is not something I wrote. This is Donna Brazile, former chairwoman of the DNC, after Deborah Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. Right around the time of the convention, the leaked emails revealed Hillary's campaign was grabbing money from state parties for its own purposes. How this is not a federal election campaign finance violation beyond belief, I don't know. Leaving the states with very little to support their down ballot races. A Politico story published on May 2nd, 2016 described the big fundraising vehicle she had launched through the states the summer before, quoting a vow she had made to rebuild, quote, the party from the ground up. Yet the states kept less than 0.5% of the $82 million. She basically just took $82 million. I had to keep my promise to Bernie. I was in agony as I dialed him. Keeping this secret was against everything that I stood for, all that I valued as a woman, as a public servant. Hello, Senator. I completed my review of the DNC and I did find the cancer, but I will not Okay, so this is ridiculous. I discussed the fundraising agreement that each of the candidates had signed. Bernie was familiar with it, but he and his staff, okay. I described how Hillary's campaign had taken it another step. I told Bernie I'd found Hillary's joint fundraising agreement. I explained that the cancer was that she had exerted this control of the party long before she became its nominee. Had I known this, yeah, right. Well, almost certainly they all knew. But had I known this, I never would have accepted the interim chair position. But here we were with only weeks before the election. Bernie took it stoically. He did not yell or express outrage. That's interesting. Instead, he asked me what I thought Hillary's chances were. Oh, well, that's either pure fiction or then the guy's in on it. The polls were unanimous in her winning, but he wanted to know what was my own assessment. Yeah, because Bernie was so interested in helping Hillary. Or maybe he was. Then you get like political. The Russians have succeeded beyond their wildest expectations. Yeah, they got uranium from Obama. Former James Clapper says president is wrong about Russian interference. Yeah, they got uranium from Obama administration, and it's a giant. This all projection. The Yahtzee. Hillary was here in Oslo on Friday. She complained to the audience that she is always criticized because she is a woman, while men, namely Trump, never are. The Yahtzee. The audience, younger women had to agree. Yes, Trump, exactly. The Yahtzee. Trump's never criticized except every single second of every single day. It doesn't ever stop. It doesn't ever stop. Exactly. Stevie Bananas, Yellow Cake Muller. Exactly. The Yahtzee. George Rivera Jr., thank you. I mean, it is, ladies and gentlemen, the good thing, the really good thing, is that we have William Barr now, who doesn't have to go and he doesn't have to mess around. William Barr, Uranium One. He's written. He's already written about Uranium One. More to investigate. This stronger case to investigate. The more evidence existed to prompt an investigation into Uranium One. A false theory. This is how Vox called it. A false theory. There's no, it's not a false theory. Money went into the Clinton Foundation and a beneficial uranium was sold to Putin. Not a false theory. Not a false theory. We have whistleblower evidence, we have circumstantial evidence, and we have deleted emails. Not a false theory at all. And we have in email servers outside of the U.S. government. It is so obvious when it goes down. When it goes down, we'll have a 20,000 person live stream, and I will say for about 3 hours, I told you so, not to you, because I love you, to everyone else. There's a huge blind spot. There's a huge, like, people are not using their thinking caps. They're not using their brain. They don't want to believe what's right in front of them. The best way to hide is to hide right in front of somebody. Tar Heel Billy, yes, he won't. He won't. I would love to. I would love to. Thank you, Tar Heel Billy. Thank you. So none of them will, because what are they going to say? Like, the thing is like there's so much corruption. But so let's just read what he wrote. Trump Attorney General pick William Barr says there's more reason to investigate Hillary Clinton than the president. So when people say the Committee on Foreign Investment, so what? They were all Obama loyalists. You think they would give up their jobs and protest if indeed it was against U.S. interests, which obviously it is? And why would the whole theory that Putin was so afraid and frightened of Clinton? That makes no sense. She didn't even oppose the deal. And she was using private servers outside of the United States, and she deleted emails. So of course there's evidence. Of course there's evidence. There's whistleblower evidence. There's whistleblower testimony. Or FBI informant testimony. There's a lot of evidence. Even Trump's Attorney General, William Barr, right now, Trump's Attorney General pick, William Barr, says there's more reason to investigate Hillary Clinton than President Trump. And he talks about the uranium sale. Barr also echoed some of Trump's assertions that a criminal investigation should be launched against Clinton for her Uranium One deal with Russia. It's so overt. They sold uranium, and it wasn't just a wonderful transaction. There was money going in, but there was a lot of money going in before the transaction. Clinton was serving as secretary, and Bill Clinton met with Vladimir Putin. Clinton was serving as a Secretary of State at a time of the controversial decision. It was later discovered that Uranium One's owners had donated more than $140 million to the Clinton Foundation. Gee, you think it might have had something to do with it? The Yahtzee, thank you. UFO talk. The anti-American left is losing its mind. The Intercept is. I like the Intercept, but they're the only legitimate publication propping up the left at this point. Guaido's legitimate president. UFO talk, thank you. They're trying to make it the moral equivalent of Libya, which it's not. You had 15 million% inflation. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 1 million% inflation in 1 month. 80,000% inflation for 2017, I think. So I agree with you. UFO talk, thank you. This is interesting. This is Newsweek. Trump's Attorney General pick, William Barr, says there's more reason to investigate Hillary Clinton than the president. This is a December article. William Barr, Donald Trump's pick for Attorney General, suggested there was more reason to investigate Hillary Clinton's ties to Russia than the possibility that a foreign power conspired with the president's 2016 campaign. Who believes this? And that when they keep on saying that it was debunked, there's nothing to it. There's nothing that shows. Whenever like Vox or anyone else that like people like publications that are essentially extensions of the Democratic Party, whenever they say, well, there's nothing that shows, that means there's everything that shows. They don't see, they do not see reality the way everyone else does, because they can't. So they can't simply admit, yeah, there's massive wrongdoing. They are cheerleaders for one team. That's it. One team. That's it. And that is it. One side. Just one side. John Huber did absolutely, positively nothing. Absolutely nothing. He actually didn't even have to do anything. He just had to tell Sessions, yeah, I think there should be a special counsel. There needs to be a special counsel, because you cannot have investigations into Trump based on dossiers that are purchased by his political rival, and no investigations when there's overt pay-to-play schemes. It's so obvious. Money goes into the foundation, and beneficial treatment takes place for UBS, Boeing. Where did the $10 billion go for Haiti? Uranium One, weapons deals. All of these, $156 million. $156 million funneled or yeah, funneled into the foundation, and then from 85 donors who just happened to see her. Then the rebuttal was from one journalist, well, she met with more people. That's not a rebuttal. Well, it is because it shows that she's met with more people and it was an anomaly. No, it's not. $156 million. Where are the money flows with Trump? They can't even find any money flows. They can't even find any. And they're like, oh my God, did you see classified intelligence? Like, no, please don't. It's not even the case. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where it's like, oh, absolutely overt. All of this is like overt in their nonsense. Completely overt. Blatant nonsense. Blatant. And when the tables are turned, they will cry foul. The same thing with Kavanaugh. When Kavanaugh had his seventh FBI when he had his seventh FBI investigation, they're like, well, the FBI messed up. It's like, no, which one do you love? You love the FBI? They don't have any value system. It's not like they don't believe in anything. There's nothing that they believe in. There's nothing that they believe in. So this is William Barr. Sessions had thought about launching a probe into the matter, but ultimately decide not to appoint a special counsel to investigate Clinton. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe Hubert didn't say anything. The guy was there as a smokescreen simply just to show, oh, well, we appointed somebody. If he thinks there should be a special counsel, then we'll appoint one. But if he doesn't think there should be one, well, then we won't. Barr said the lack of it as an investigation was an instance of the Justice Department, quote, abdicating its responsibility. There you go. Wow. It's so abdicating its responsibility. So let's do this, Barr. Come on. I'm not saying trust William Barr, but come on. The Times reported that Barr believed the uranium deal was more worthy of an investigation than Trump's links to Russia, which there are no links. What about Trump's contacts? Clinton has more contacts. Let's investigate her for contacts to Russia. How about Bill Clinton meeting with Vladimir Putin? In an interview with the Washington Post last year, Barr said he didn't, quote, think all this stuff about throwing. Okay, so the whole thing was, yeah, the locking up thing, fine. Who cares? It's just like a hilarious phrase. But to them, it's like, you see, that's proof. That's proof. She didn't do anything wrong, and it's unfair. Barr might not do anything, but you know what? We'll be a lot closer with Barr because she's gonna run. And if she runs, she'll get indicted after she loses again. Because like George Rivera Jr. said, and I agree with this, the best way to protect both Clintons is for her to run again, and she will. In addition to the unbridled, unparalleled quest, unholy quest for political power. The rogue scoundrel, thank you. Thank you. Watch this channel throughout the year, everyone. This week is going to be very interesting. You have a Democratic Party that is absolutely imploding. Absolutely imploding. And they don't know what to do with themselves. And their real value system slowly coming out, which is interesting. And then he called Ann Coulter wacky nut job. I was wondering when he was going to go after Coulter. I mean, it took a little while, but he was like, that's it. And then Pelosi says, we hope he learned his lesson regarding more money for the wall. Is like, no, he just he declared a national emergency. So like, you're the one who all of this is going to like the interesting thing when it happens, which will be hilarious. Lupe Stella, hello. When it happens, and she runs again, Hillary, Madam Secretary, the most qualified person who's ever existed in the history of mankind. I'm sorry, humankind. Humankind. When she runs again, it will be confirmation, absolute confirmation that there is no political party, there is no value system on the left. It is only Clinton's world. That's it. That's it. It's only Clinton's world. And the left is just a small part of Clinton's quest for unbridled political influence. She has a great deal of money. She has money from her Onward Together. Oh, look. SNL Weekend Update wants to see a Hillary versus Trump rematch. It's happening. Rolling Stone. Why do you think Rolling Stone? Why do you think SNL? She is ready to win this thing for America. This is March 10th, today. I was right. And I will be right about this. I'm not right about everything, but I have the pulse of what's going on. The only reason I was wrong about the House is I didn't think people were stupid enough to believe that they would pass Medicare for all legislation, which they have no intention of doing. But I was right about Clinton losing to Trump, which nobody was saying, and I'm right. She's going to run again. Rolling Stone, SNL Weekend Update wants to see a Hillary versus Trump rematch. Why are we? Why? But she said that she's not running. Oh, by the way, 24 hours later, she said she didn't. She's keeping the door ajar. Oh, what a nauseating slow motion photo of Democrat. Oh my God. Oh, what am I watching here? Oh my God. It's a slow motion photo of Pelosi and all the other Democrats. Oh my God. What am I watching? Rolling Stone. Oh Lord. Anyway. UFO talk. Ann Coulter is the Cenk Uygur. Oh, Gaddafi release the agents of stability. Maduro can't even claim. Yeah. Well, that whole thing. Denise T. That whole UFO talk. UFO talk. Thank you. That whole thing that was a failed state before any collapse, or if they say it's a coup, that was a failed state already. Libya was not. They're trying to make it a moral equivalency. The left is always looking for some kind of moral battle to say we're morally superior. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not at all. Rolling Stone, SNL Weekend Update wants to see Hillary versus Trump rematch. I mean, come on. Hillary is like Rocky from Rocky 4. She's Rocky from Rocky 4. Okay. It's happening. It's happening. No one thinks she can come out of retirement to beat this Russian hero who barely speaks English. Stupid. She is ready to win this thing for America because now she's got nothing to lose. There you go. It's happening. Every day you're gonna see different uh yeah, it's running again. Hillary's running again. Hillary, you think she can run? She didn't keep she's keeping the door ajar because when everyone's like, she's not running, she's not running, she's not running. Oh my god. Which by the way, it was hilarious. Um there was no like there was no confirmation from Clinton. It was the biggest fake news nonsense. Uh like less than a day later, it's like, well, she didn't want to close the door, you know. Where's the article? Articles. Hillary's not running for president. She's not running for president. No. She's not running for president. Like, really? Okay. Then why 24 hours later did she say that she didn't? You just, didn't want to keep the door. And then Boston Herald yesterday. The Boston Herald. Then Maggie Haberman. That's right. That was the issue. Maggie Haberman. This was Fox News. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the article. Hillary Clinton wasn't trying to close the door on 2020 when she said she was not running. Here's the article, ladies and gentlemen. Share it everywhere. I want you to please share this Fox News article everywhere. Ebenezer Adams! Didn't Rocky have to win one first? Yeah, wait, Rocky 4. That wasn't with Drago. I thought it was Rocky 3. Wait, which one? Okay. Rocky Drago. Yeah, well, okay, that was Rocky 4. Gosh. Wait, 1, 2. Wait, who was in Rocky 3? Oh, that was Mr. T. It was Rocky 3, Mr. T. Yeah, it was Mr. T. Rocky 3. Yeah, that was Mr. T. Okay. Oh, okay. I remember seeing Rocky in the movie theaters as a little kid. She's running again, and everyone is going to say, they're gonna. It's going to be the same thing over again. All the people who are outraged over everything are going to pretend that Hillary is the most wonderful. I just can't wait. Just get it done already. Hillary, get it done already. Just do it. Madam Secretary will be the best friend of my voice, this channel, of my viewers. Just do it already. Okay? Shame the left into. It'll be the most shameful thing for the left. It'll be hilarious. It will be absolutely hilarious. It will be like absolutely hilarious. I am Sylar. Hello. Hillary equals Forrest Gump. I just kept running. Exactly. UFO talk. By the way, situation is proof that Trump is not a Russian puppet because taking the side of Maduro. That's right. So Trump does put America first. That's right. UFO talk. That's right. That's right. Adrian! Right, Goloso, hello. Adrian! I love that. It's it is going to be so wonderful. And then you know what's going to be interesting too, which will be really hilarious. She'll run again, and then she'll be she'll she'll be investigated again as she runs. which would be absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. That was the Fox News. Share this Fox News article everywhere. She wasn't trying to close the door on it. UFO talk. Great point. She wasn't trying to close the door on it. She was keeping it ajar. Maggie Haberman spoke to somebody close with Clinton in contact. By the way, this journalist was viewed to be a friendly journalist. Who knows if she is, to the Clinton campaign. They say she wasn't trying to be emphatic and close the door. Do you think Clinton hasn't already decided she's running again? Do you think they're going to go with Amy Klobuchar? You think they're going to go with Biden? He looks like he had 5 plastic surgeries. He's tired. Biden is tired. He wants to relax. He's been 8 years in the White House. He's tired. He doesn't want to be president. Leave him alone. I'm morally superior. Child of, yeah, this is the left. I'm morally superior to you. I'm morally superior to you. Oh, you said something horrible? Let's not condemn that. Let's condemn everything bad to make sure that we don't offend anyone. I'm morally superior to you. Maggie Haberman spoke to someone close with the Clinton, came in contact with her today. She remains bothered that she's expected to close the door when John Kerry isn't. Yes, because John Kerry was running every 4 years like clockwork. Every single 4 years. Every single 4 years Kerry was running, right? No, that was Madam Secretary, which is fine with me. Vindicates everything I've been saying. And I love, like, people like, I think that Bernie Sanders is... I think that Bernie Sanders is the front runner now. Oh, really? Until Biden. Really? Until Biden. Interesting. Because Biden might decide to run, but he has zero interest. Absolutely zero interest. And by the way, she's younger than all of them, Hillary. So it's like, I'm trying to tell you, how old is Hillary? She's going to run, people. And when she runs, we'll have a live stream, and it'll be fantabulous. It'll vindicate everything I've been saying. I took so much heat. They're like, people are like, why are you always talking about her? Like, because she's going to run again and lose. I wrote about this also in 2017. Spoke to someone close with Clinton in contact with her today. They say she wasn't trying to be emphatic and close the door. She's waiting to see the Mueller report. Before she was waiting for the midterms. Now she's waiting to see the Mueller report. She purchased the Mueller report with the Steele dossier. She knows exactly what's in it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very, very much to my super chat. Thank you so much. Definitely check out HA Second Amendment. Also, check out my latest article in the Federalist. It is below. Ladies and gentlemen, Clinton was not trying to close the door in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump wanted to investigate Uranium 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Huber said, nah, not going to do it. Not going to do it. UFO talk. Trying to beat the worst president. Seriously. Mitchell Smith, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Eric H526, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching. God bless. I will see you very soon. Thanks, everyone. Lots of things happening this week. Thank you.